We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. Up first, it's Ryan King Rye Garcia, 5'10" tall. He weighed in at 135 pounds, and he's got a reach of 70 inches. And he'll be up against King Rye, Ryan Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over, the fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash. Jordan the Thrill Gill, fighting out of Cambridgeshire, England. This man won the Commonwealth Featherweight title in 2018 and has his eyes set on another prize.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye, Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Right hook is finding its target. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A lot of effort being exerted here. Crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on. Hold that thought! Jordan Gill got cracked! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook was off target. Trying to land that jab. Nice counter shot. Misses with the jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges can...
And there's the bell to start round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be... That one clipped Jordan Gill, and he's in trouble. Down goes Gill. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four. Come to me.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now? The Thrill Gill is down, but can he get up? Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four, five, six.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
Oh, Jordan Gill just got rocked. Jordan Gill is dazed. Is the Thrill the Gill done? He's down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's talk about Gill in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Shots in there. Okay, focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. Don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything. Great. Now it's a tougher fight. He's got to be confident.
On to the third. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. He's seeing stars, Jordan Gill. Heavy shots, and Jordan Gill goes crashing to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
The weather couldn't be more perfect. Sunny skies as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Vasily Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. And there's the bell to start round 1. Swing and a miss with that jab. Lomachenko is buzzed. He somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice right hook. The left hook is finding his target. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, so watch when the rounds roll on.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Lomachenko in trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now,
very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? And there's the bell to start round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Right uppercut just off target. He missed with that jab. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Nope, that hook won't score. Those counterpunches have to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do? And there's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up. Just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab not going to score. Miss with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with the hook. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Great. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just be smart when you go out. Just take the round off. Win the round on your... Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking silly. Just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't... Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. You were feeling one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. You got complacent. Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax. Good man. You stay focused. You had everything in the bag.
There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Miss with that jab. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Completely. Get your mind back on the job. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just the same again.
Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there. And when the...
Good work. Now, that's it. Now, breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work out there. That jab's working nicely. Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything.
Just win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks.
And there's the bell to start round 5. After a really strong round that... See if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works.
Oh my God, Johnny! Crawford is dazed! No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That hook misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
You're better than that.
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick. Just keep him on.
Okay, you let him back into that fight, and that's his round. I need you to go.
One shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Let's start the 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Incredible work rate. That jab just missed with the left hand. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You just gotta be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Misses with the straight left. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Great round. Now relax.
There's the bell to start round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These punches coming from every angle. And he misses with that straight left. Talk about punches and hold that thought. Lomachenko in trouble. Lomachenko on the canvas. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four, and you continue.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Somebody can smell blood here.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Uh-oh, Lomachenko goes down. I don't know, I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four, five, six. You're all right.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. And we enter the 8th round. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter. That jab misses. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with that jab. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. So a majority decision, and you've got to wonder if we're going to see a rematch down the line.
A majority decision. You know what? I've got to agree. There's no argument there. I totally get it. I see where they're coming from. I see the scoring they've done. I wouldn't even argue with it. Maybe one round either side, but good call, good shout.
I'm Todd Grisham, and you could not have chosen a better venue for this one. We're at the Lighthouse Theater. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Julio Cesar Chavez, 171 centimeters tall with a reach of Julio Cesar Chavez making his way to the ring, a man that had 90 professional fights before recording his first loss. Not many fighters in the history of this sport. Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shut night.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories. Introduced.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You can hear everything. Can you imagine being a fighter walking into this? We're going to see that any minute now.
Under the bright lights here for this one. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. How about that time counter shot? Did well to block that right hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Insane action. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Missing with the hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hook misses. Blocks that right hook. is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
Are you all right? You're out.
It happened. You saw it here.